Okay guys, so welcome to the second video in the series of DSE 2021 paper. So in this part, we are going to handle question numbers 10 to 15, sorry 11 to 15, which are the remaining problems from the math section. So let's start with problem number 11. In the 11th problem, we have been given to maximize this function minus x plus z subject to this constraint. So obviously a straight up Lagrangian problem. So you can construct the Lagrangian L equals to minus x plus z plus lambda times 1 minus x square minus y square minus z square equals to 0. Okay. Now one thing is del Lagrangian by del y is equals to 0, which implies minus 2 lambda y is equals to 0, which implies y must be equal to 0. So first thing is y is completely out of the way, so y ko you can remove from the picture. Now next, del Lagrangian by del x is equals to minus 1 minus 2 lambda x is equals to 0, which implies x equals to minus 1 by 2 lambda. All right. Then del Lagrangian by del z will be equal to 1 minus 2 lambda x, not x, z is equals to 0, which implies z equals to 1 by 2 lambda. Now both these equations together, they give us that x is equals to minus z. Now finally the budget constraint. ठीक है, so budget constraint, that is del Lagrange by del lambda करके जो तुमको मिलेगा, so that will be just x square plus y square. Y square तो 0 है, so you can eliminate it, so x square plus z square is equals to 1 and x is equals to minus z, so you can substitute that. So you basically get twice of x square is equals to 1, which implies x equals to mod of x is equals to 1 by root 2, which must be equal to mod of z. Now finally this implies that x must be equal to minus 1 by root 2 and y must be equal to 1 by root 2, because you want to maximize minus x plus z. So x should be negative, y should be z should be positive, not y, z should be positive. Okay, so then the maximum value for these things, the maximum value of minus x plus z just turns out to be under root 2. So that's your answer. Okay. Alright, let's move to question number 12 now. So there's a triangle here, triangle given which let's look at question number 12. So in this we have been given a triangle with sides 2, root 3 and 1. Okay, so one thing you can definitely guess from here is that this is a right triangle. Okay, so hypotenuse, this is the hypotenuse, because you know AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So I know that AC is my hypotenuse, so I can construct the triangle. So let me just construct this triangle on a plane, on the Cartesian plane. Yeah. So let's say this is my point. Okay, AC is the hypotenuse, so let me take this is my point B. AB is root 3, so this is, let's say, point A at root 3 comma 0, and this is my point C at 0 comma 1. Okay, so BC is 1 unit, AB is root 3 units, and when I connect these 2 points A and B, I get my triangle. So now what they have asked me is that you pick any random point P in here and then drop the vertical distances, the minimum distance of the point from these three things, and then find the value of this particular thing. Now something tells me, based on the options, that this value, it's a constant. This value turns out to be a constant irrespective of where you take the point P. So the trick here is to take a point P on one of the vertices. ठीक है, either C or A. So that way your job becomes very easier. Okay, so let's take this as your point P. Okay, so now what is D1? D1 is P से लेके AC के बीच में vertical distance, P is lying on AC. So this means that for this point P, your D1 is 0. Right, now let's look at D2. What is D2? D2 is AB के लिए. So AB से distance is this much. Okay, so this is the vertical distance of the point from AD. So D2 is equal to 1. And finally D3. D3 is the distance from BC. So BC तो यही line है. The vertical line itself is BC. This is the line BC. Right. So the point P is lying on BC. So again D3 also turns out to be 0. So D3 is also 0. So when you substitute these numbers D1, D2, D3 into the original equation, what you get is that the value is just going to be root 3 times 1, because only D2 is non-zero in these three values. So that thing becomes equal to, sorry, root 3. Root 3 times 1 is root 3. So your final answer is going to be root 3. Alright, now question number 13. So one girl is training for half marathon in Delhi. She decides to run XI kilometer on ith day for the next 12 days. On the last day, she finds that she trained for 12 kilometers per day on average. Which of the following statements is true? So her average, that is summation xi upon 12 is equals to 12. Okay. Now, जो मुझे पूछा है, that is related to summation log xi. So this is something which I know. Now what I want to comment on is summation log xi to the base 12, which is basically log to the base 12 pi xi. Okay, multiplication of all xi numbers. Okay, so from this I know that the summation xi by 12 is equals to 12, and I know that arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. So what this implies is that this is the arithmetic mean, which is 12. So geometric mean of xi values, that is pi xi, right, pi xi to the power 1 by 12 should be less than or equal to 12. Okay, so what this implies is that pi xi should be less than or equal to 12 to the power 12. Okay, so this implies that log to the base 12 pi xi must be less than or equal to 12. Okay, strictly less than 12, because she is traveling a different distance on each day. So that's why you can say that yeah, and this thing is less than or equals to 12, and this thing is nothing but summation log xi to the base 12. So that's why your correct answer is option number 1. Okay. Alright, let's move to question number 14th. So this is a logic question. It's very straightforward. There are 3 boxes presented to a contestant. Exactly one of the box has an expensive gift and the other 2 are empty. Each box has imprinted on it a declaration. Okay. Now a declaration can either be true or false. Find the least number of true declarations that allows the contestant to logically deduce the gift box. So least number से मेरे को शुरू करना है. So I'll begin with the assumption that I need 0 true. So 0 true का मतलब क्या है? So 0 true का मतलब this is false and this is also false. So तीनों के तीनों false है. So is it possible to deduce this thing if all 3 are false? So इसके लिए शुरू करते हैं. Gift is not here. So box 1 में नहीं है. So यहाँ पे ले लेते हैं 3 boxes ले लेते हैं हम लोग. Box 1, box 2 and box 3. So now this statement is कि 1, 2, 3. So first statement says कि gift is not here. Gift is not here. So 2 में भी नहीं है. And the gift is in box 2. So ये तीनों अगर ओ सॉरी, तीनों मेरे को फॉल्स करने, राइट, सो तीनों फॉल्स है. द गिफ्ट इज नॉट हियर इज फॉल्स, मतलब गिफ्ट यहाँ है. गिफ्ट इज नॉट हियर विच इज फॉल्स, मतलब गिफ्ट यहाँ है. सो गिफ्ट कैन नॉट बी इन बोथ दीज बॉक्सेस साइमल्टेनियसली. सो ये नहीं हो सकता. सो 0 ट्रू इज नॉट पॉसिबल. सो लेट्स मूव अप. सो वन थिंग इज क्लियर कि ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट साथ में ट्रू नहीं हो सकते. वन ऑफ दीज स्टेटमेंट, टू स्टेटमेंट्स हैज टू बी false. So the next logical thing is one true. One true मतलब मेरे को ये तीनों में से एक को true करना है. So let us make box 2 as true. So when I say box 2 is true, the other are false. So box 1 says कि gift is not here, मतलब 1 में है. The gift is not here is true. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे नहीं है. And the gift is in box 2, which is saying कि gift is here and not here. So in this case, the person is able to deduce that the gift is actually in box 1. So the minimum number of true statements required is 1, and that one true statement has to be box 2. Okay. Now finally, let's look at question 15 for this part. So A1 to AN are numbers, real numbers such that their summation is 0. Which of the following statement is true about the roots of Q of x is equals to this much? ठीक है. So let's take a function f of x which is a1 x plus a2 x square and so on till an x to power n. ठीक है. सो ऐसा एक फंक्शन कंस्ट्रक्ट करते हैं. देन f of 0 is what? f of 0 is 0 because all the x values are 0, and f of 1 is equals to summation ai, and since summation ai is also 0, this is also 0. So f of 0 is 0, f of 1 is 0. ठीक है. सो ये फंक्शनल वैल्यू जो है वो 0 पे भी 0 हो रही है, 1 पे भी 0 हो रही है. सो बाय मीन वैल्यू थियरम I know that there exists x belonging to 0 से 1 such that f prime of x is equals to 0. So there exists a point between 0 to 1 where f prime is 0. And what is f prime? इस फंक्शन का डिफरेंशिएशन करेंगे तो we'll get f prime of x is equal to a1 plus twice a2x and so on till n times an x to power n minus 1, which is nothing but the given function q of x. ठीक है. सो q of x के लिए ये चीज वैलिड है. ठीक है, कि देयर एग्जिस्ट सम x between 0 to 1 such that q of x is 0 because q of x is nothing but f prime of x. So q of x has at least one root. I cannot comment on the fact that if it has more than one root, but I can say with conviction कि at least one root तो है. Okay, so that wraps up the math part of this particular set. Now in the subsequent videos we are going to look into micro, stats and macro. So please watch the remaining videos and subscribe to our channel if you really like this. Thank you.